Nico Bellic, Carl C.J. Johnson, Tommy Vercetti, and for some people Trevor somehow. These are the names people throw around when they talk about the greatest GTA protagonists. Iconic, complex, clinical psychopaths. But Luis Lopez, you wouldn't put him next to those names. Who am I even kidding? You probably don't even know him. But maybe you should, because buried inside a GTA 4 DLC is one of Rockstar's most grounded, compelling, and human protagonists I've ever seen. So in this video I'm not trying to convince you that Luis somehow is the best character, but I do want to show you why he stuck with me more than some of the so-called legends. So let's set the scene. Liberty City, but the focus shifts big time again. We're not with Nico, we're not with Johnny and the bikers. No, this time it's all about Luis Lopez. And I love how this DLC starts. You're in the middle of the same bank robbery from GTA 4, the one where Nico and Packy burst into the Bank of Liberty, yelling at everyone to get on the floor. Only this time you're not the guy with the gun, you're the guy on the floor.
Hey, what's your name, son?
It's Luis, man. I don't think that's such a good idea.
And that's Luis Lopez in a nutshell, a side character in a bigger story. And that's the beauty of this setup. It truly feels like we jumped into a body of a random NPC in the middle of their regular-ass day. Well, apart from the whole bank robbery situation. But what I mean that there's no grand ambition or flaw or whatever driving Luis right off the bat. He's just living his life and trying to improve it. So who is he? He's the bodyguard but also kind of a business partner to gay Tony Prince, who owns several nightclubs around the city. And unlike Nico or Johnny, Luis doesn't arrive in Liberty City as an outsider. He's from here. He's not trying to understand the city. He already knows it. He knows how to move through it. In many ways, he's the most relatable of GTA 4 protagonists. He's the youngest of the three, but often comes across as more grounded, maybe more level-headed than Nico or Johnny, though he definitely has a temper if you push him. And his backstory is interesting too. He used to sling drugs, went away for it, and Tony Prince gave him a way out, hiring him as a bodyguard, essentially giving him a chance to make a better life for himself. But unsurprisingly, that caused friction back home, with his old friends, his family, especially his mom. They kinda resent him for it. It's a source of tension, like he's suddenly this yuppie who's forgotten where he came from.
Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? What you mean, homie? You can't be sitting here, man, watching them. Any fool policeman on his second day on the job will know you're the guy with the shit, man. You'll wind up back inside, you moron.
It's nice to see you, Mr. Big Shot. Real nice to see you. Captain Downtown. Come up here to talk down to his old friends?
Yeah, I just care about you guys, okay?
I don't have a choice, man. My right-hand man got a single-digit IQ. Hey, H, come over here, man. Of course, I could do what you did. Run the fuck away, go fuck a man or some shit.
Yo, I ain't fucking no man, bro, okay? I'm working the best clubs in the city. I ain't go nowhere. I'm 10 minutes away on the train. 10 fucking minutes. What's up, H?
It's like it's another country down there. 10 fucking minutes. I give you 10 fucking minutes. You ran away.
Yo, whatever, man.
Whatever.
This dynamic with his childhood buddies, Armando and Enrique, it feels super real. The way they banter, tease him, and try to knock him down a peg. Like they're not quite sure what to make of the Luis that wears designer clothes and rubs shoulders with Liberty City's elite. But at the same time, there's a lot of love there. Luis never talks down to them, never cuts ties. You get the sense he genuinely wants them to get out too, to find something better, but they're not ready. Or maybe they just don't believe it's even possible. That tension between what they think he is now and what he hopes they could be is always bubbling underneath the surface in their interactions. And honestly, it makes sense. Luis is living in a completely different world now. Like literally, he doesn't live in the same part of the city anymore. And yet he's still coming home to the same neighborhood, the same friends. From their perspective, it probably looks like he abandoned the life they're still stuck in. That resentment isn't just jealousy, it's survival. If you convince yourself your friend sold out, you don't have to face the possibility that maybe you could have made it out too, but didn't. But the dynamic between Luis and his mom is just next level.
Yeah, well, apparently your boys and your real son got some work to do, so ladies, we gotta roll. Come on, let's go.
Mrs. O, you still the best cook I know.
Vamos, vamos. Here you go, mommy. take this, okay? Take care. I gotta go.
Take
okay?
care. You take care, son. Dealing drugs, people getting killed, nightclubs. You take care. Go to school. Go somewhere. It's not too late, my baby.
I mean, but you got it all wrong. I mean, it's not like that anymore. You know, I know good people, I know bad people, you know, but I know the difference. I mean, I know I made mistakes, but things are better now. I mean, how many times we gotta go over this?
If things are better now, then why are you always like this?
But you take the money, right? You take the fucking money every time.
Get out of my house. What choice do I have? I lost my job.
Yeah, well, call one of your other kids, the one you ain't ashamed of.
Just wow. Talk about a complex relationship. She treats him like he's failed her, even though he's the one paying her bills. And what makes it hit harder is that Luis doesn't really push back. He grits his teeth and takes it. Because it's his mom. He loves her no matter what. But she's so locked into her disappointment that nothing he ever does feels like enough. And that emotional weight? It's heavy. And you can truly feel it in every cutscene with both of them. You see, compared to his siblings, Luis is the one who never got a quote-unquote proper job. So in his mom's eyes, she's got two kids who did the right thing, and then there's Luis, her walking disappointment of a son who went to jail, even though he's the one visiting her and keeping her financially afloat. It's not like his brother or sister are sending the money. He has to take care of everything. That contrast doesn't just add pressure, it makes her judgment cut deeper. Luis isn't just trying to prove something to her. He's trying to prove that what he's doing counts. That he's not a failure just because his path doesn't come with a degree and a white picket fence.
Luis, nice to see you, Miss Lopez.
Luis, be careful.
Yeah, it's a bit rich coming from you.
You ought not to judge me, Luis Lopez. You're just like your father.
So Luis is trying to manage all of that, but his new world with Tony is not exactly stable either. Gay Tony is many things. But one of the most obvious ones is that he's just a terrible businessman, absolutely buried in debt. And it's not just bad luck. It's the economy, sure, but it's also his spending, his drug habit, and his constant need to maintain this illusion of success. The guy's spiraling, and Luis is the one constantly cleaning up after him. Tony's world, if I'm trying to put it in one word, I would just call it chaotic. He's either hiding in his penthouse, tweaking out over his financial situation, or throwing himself into a party to distract from it all. He makes bad deals with dangerous people, then expects Luis to fix it when everything inevitably goes sideways. And Luis does, because that's what he does. For everybody in his life. It's a similar dynamic to Nico and Roman. He doesn't call him to play bowling, okay? I'm going somewhere else with this. It's a similar dynamic to Nico and Roman, but louder, more absurd, and maybe even more codependent. Where Roman pulls Nico into the criminal underworld out of desperation, Tony does it out of dysfunction. And just like with Roman, that burden falls squarely on Luis. And don't get me wrong, I like this dynamic. One of the best things about it is how natural it feels. You don't get a flashback or a big exposition dump about how they met or why Luis sticks around. They just exist together, bickering, venting, joking, surviving. And the dialogue writing is sharp and smooth, but it's the performances of Mario De Leon and David Kenner that really sell it. These two feel like they've been through years of chaos, and we're just catching them on another messy Tuesday. And even though Rockstar likes to lean into exaggerated stereotypes in their characters, the gay in Gay Tony is not what defines him. His sexuality has only a passing relevance to the story being told. Him being queer is just one aspect of a much more layered and in-depth person we get to experience.
Oh, where the fuck have you been, man?
Yeah, I came as soon as I could.
I don't pay for as soon as I could. Sleep with half the women in Liberty City, no doubt.
What's wrong with you, man? You're acting like an asshole.
You think I don't know that? You think I like being like this?
Then what's wrong, T?
I fucked up. Good and proper. I worked Algonquin nightlife 20 years. I beat everyone. Mayors, rivals, drugs, everyone. And this time, I fucked up. I'm the only man in the history of this town with the hottest gay and straight clubs at the same time, and I'm about to lose everything.
What are you talking about, T?
I don't know if it's that idiot Evan, or the economy, or this fucking cocaine, or the pills, which I am not taking anymore, but this time, I fucked up.
I've done a deal with the wrong devil, man. I'm such an idiot.
Things have been bad before, man. You get us out of it. I fight, you plot, together we get out of it.
Sure, but we've never been this fucked before.
Hey, you saved me, man. Made me. Gay Tony will always be the king of this town. You are this town.
I sold the business to 2 different people, and they each think they own the lot. Man, we're fucked.
Luis is out here running clubs, negotiating with mobsters, and getting shot at, all while trying to keep Tony from completely falling apart. You can see the toll it takes on him. I mean, that's also a reason why he explored the whole path with the Russian mob, right? He wants to see what he can do on his own. He gets frustrated, he gets angry, but he never walks away. Their relationship sometimes feels like this weird, dysfunctional father-son thing. Tony needs Luis emotionally, financially, and professionally. And while Luis knows that, he still sticks around. Partly out of loyalty, partly out of guilt, and partly because deep down he cares. And the thing is, Tony clearly cares too. He's not using Luis in a malicious way. He knows he's putting him in danger. He knows he's a mess. And you get a sense that he really does feel bad about it. That unspoken guilt runs under everything. And what's fascinating about their dynamic is that there's no clear-cut line between love and obligation. They're stuck with each other. And for all the absurdity, it works. Luis gets stability, Tony gets protection. And between them is this fragile partnership that somehow survives every disaster thrown its way. And remember how Luis doesn't get thanked for anything he does? Not by the people he grew up with, not by his mom, and certainly not by the most of the people he's now protecting. But Tony actually sees him. Even if he's high out of his mind or in full meltdown mode, Tony knows he wouldn't survive without Luis. Him just being there is what makes that difference. And that's what real relationships run on. Not grand gestures, not big moments, just presence, just showing up.
Where's Tony?
He went
You better
out.
not be spiking me with speed, Rocco. I will be so angry.
Where did he go?
Who? What is wrong with you, man? You are ruining my buzz, Luis.
Tony, where's Tony?
He is over there.
Oh, yeah, he passed out again. Guy's a fucking mess, Luis. Holding you back.
He holds everyone back.
Oh, he doesn't.
Get up.
No.
Come on, get up.
You, Tony, get up, baby.
Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, more shots! Oh, hey, what guys? What's going on?
You tell me, boss. What's going on?
What?
Huh? Why'd you call?
I don't know.
Because of that thing, T? Come on, that sparkly thing.
Right, that thing, that shit, right, that thing. Okay, all right, Luis, all right, we gotta go. All right, ladies, have some fun. Try to keep your septums all in one piece, huh? Oh, Jesus, man, I feel like a camel shat in my mouth. Oh, well, then it wasn't fun.
Here we go.
Oh, no, not again, no.
Hold on, guys. I want to come too.
Fuck off, Evan. This is work. It's not working out.
Whatever, bitch.
But that loyalty gets tested by the game's 2 main antagonists. First is Rocco Pelosi. He embodies every awful stereotype, obnoxious, racist, and homophobic to boot. And worst of all, Luis has to take orders from him. Not because he wants to, but because Tony owes him money. A lot of it. Rocco works for Onslaughty crime family, and from the moment you meet him, he's condescending, violent, and loud about it. And what's interesting, frustrating, is that Rocco isn't even some criminal mastermind. He's just a loud, petty enforcer. But he's a made man, which means he has the backing to throw his weight around unchecked, and he loves reminding Luis of the fact. He's not the terrifying antagonist archetype, he's the annoying type, which makes every cutscene a test of patience.
I think we can cut a deal. We give him one body, all right? So basically, it's you or Tony. One of you has to die. Me and Vince would prefer to work with you in the clubs until you're lucky. You kill Tony, you get to keep the clubs. You and us together, partners. Either that, or the Russian is gonna send some serious people round to whack you with Ancelotti's sanction.
Yeah, you'll both get whacked.
You're way out of your league, kid. And you're a fucking loser hanging out with children living a fantasy life. I ain't killing Tony, but I may be about to kill you 2 fucks, though.
Then you're a dead man.
You got Ray Bulgarin, a familiar face from Nico's storyline if you remember. Unlike Rocco, Bulgarin actually is dangerous, cold, calculating, connected. He's not here to posture, he's here to collect, to punish, to make examples. His link to Nico in the main game gives him a certain weight right off the bat. But in the Ballad of Gay Tony, he serves as Luis's final and most lethal obstacle. Bulgarin isn't just a villain you bump into, he's someone who sees Luis as a useful pawn, just like Nico was.
Whatever you say, bro. But what are you talking about?
I was saying that I may be interested in investing in your potential.
Potential as what?
As a businessman, I'm looking for someone here in Liberty City with the correct relationship.
But unfortunately, that impression doesn't really stick. Instead of building on that cold, dangerous mob boss setup, the game leans into something else entirely. Bulgarin quite quickly starts to feel more like a villain from a different game. Louder, more erratic, more cartoonish. The quiet menace gets replaced by this frantic desperation. By the end, he's not orchestrating elegant takedowns or pulling strings from the shadows. He's hijacking planes and yelling like a Saturday morning cartoon villain. And while it still can be entertaining, it feels like a missed opportunity. Because that original version of Bulgarin, the calm, threatening one, that guy could have been terrifying. Instead, what we got is kinda meh final boss scene, but not the kind of antagonist that sticks with you after the game is over, if you know what I mean. At least that's not what I expected from him when I first saw him in the main storyline.
Ah, Mr. Lewis.
Hey, where's the one-man band?
He's working.
Oh, okay.
Ray! Hey, Ray!
Have company! Shut up!
Don't tell me to shut up!
So, I've heard from some people I know that maybe you have some diamonds for sale.
Not me, my boss, Tony. Oh, my other boss.
Yeah. You got them from the fat cook.
Ray! Ray! What are you still doing here anyway?
I'll stay as long as I like.
You think you're a big man? Where's your house on Middle Park East? Where's your big sports team, huh?
Shut up!
Fuck you, Ray!
Shut up!
Hey, man, she okay?
A big gun next to a big man, huh? Your thingy was tiny even before the wrestling coach make you take steroids. Mother always said she only had daughters.
Ignore her, Luis. The diamonds, tell me.
I gotta talk to Tony.
You gotta talk to Daddy. I thought I was making you a real man, not a rand boy.
Well, I can't sell what ain't mine, bro. And plus, with all the work I put in for you, I don't really feel like a man yet.
Okay. Son, man, son. I want you to cover Timur's back. He's going to talk to some people. I need you there.
Okay, man, I got it. But you should chill out, bro.
Let me decide when to chill out. Go!
So yeah, neither Rocco nor Bulgarian really rise to the level of a great villain. Rocco's all bark, Bulgarian's all meltdown. There's no "oh shit" moments, no haunting monologue, no lasting presence. And maybe that's a flaw. But it also kind of fits the story Luis is stuck in. It's a world full of loud assholes and fading threats. He's not up against criminal geniuses. He's up against people who are crumbling in real time. And instead of being crushed by it, he survives them. But speaking of assholes, not everyone Luis has to deal with is bad news. There's one character who is hard not to love in this story, Yusuf Amir.
What's wrong with you?
Whoa, yo, easy, amigo. I'm just pleased to see you. Yeah? Come on, baby. Give me some skin. Come on.
What are you doing here?
Well, it's my father, Hey, my ancestors, we built the pyramids, baby. We built the ziggurats. We invented math and shit. I'm here, I'm not afraid. I get my hands dirty. No, I can work.
Whatever, man. How's it going?
Epic, homie. This shit is epic. People want to babble about this shit in the future, baby. I'm talking luxury on a whole new level. This place is going to be so expensive, people won't even be able to afford it. It's going to be drowned in gold. It's like, yo. Is that a diamond in your pocket? You just pleased to see me and shit.
Yusuf is just a total highlight. He's like everything Roman Bellic wished he was. Super rich, wants gold, everything. Living this crazy over-the-top life. And he brings back those ridiculous action moments GTA is famous for. Stealing subway cars with a helicopter, hijacking tanks in the middle of the city, blowing up yachts while base jumping. They feel like they're just ripped out of Fast and Furious fever dream. Just pure, glorious absurdity. It feels more like a light version of GTA 5 than GTA 4. Suddenly, the story isn't just about surviving other people's failures. It's about doing something ridiculous and loving it. The missions aren't just fun, they're liberating. And more than that, Yusuf represents something we rarely see in GTA. Someone with power who actually respects the protagonist. Where so many people in Luis's orbit treat him like a tool or a burden, Yusuf treats him almost like a rock star. And it's refreshing. He's not trying to manipulate Luis, he's not trying to drag him into some moral dilemma, he's just throwing bags of money at him and cheering him on. He kinda feels what Brucey was trying to be for Nico. And it's easy to write off Yusuf as comic relief, and he absolutely is, but he also plays a crucial part in balancing the DLC's tone, since it went in a very different direction. Yusuf is proof that sometimes, the best GTA moments aren't about tragedy or satire. Sometimes it's just about blowing shit up with a golden Uzi and vibing with your buddies.
Clear out the way, motherfucker! Your helicopter has arrived! Come on, homie! Let's go!
Then you've got returning faces like Gracie Ancelotti. Remember her from the kidnapping in the main game? She shows up here again, but this time not just as a damsel or a bargaining chip. Her reappearance ties into the Diamond plot and intersecting stories of Nico, Johnny, and Luis. And she gets a little more texture this time around as well.
Anyway, Sharon, I think I'm gonna sell my car.
Oh my god, that is so funny!
Wait, what's so funny about that? Absolutely nothing.
Another returning character is Brucey, this time through his brother Maury Kibitz. If Brucey was an insecure maniac, Maury somehow makes him look grounded. The missions with them are absurd and over the top, but they reinforce that this DLC leans more into the chaos than gritty realism. Oh, and also it adds more nuance to Brucey's character.
What's your problem, man?
Nothing. I didn't mean nothing by it. I'm not gay.
And then you got the weirdos like Margot, the obsessive ex who stalks Luis. If you ever been with someone like that in your life, those scenes actually hit differently. Less hee hee ha ha, and more like oof. The emotional manipulation, the guilt tripping, the way she flips between seductive and threatening, it's not as exaggerated as it might seem. And what makes it sting is how real Luis's reaction feels. He doesn't laugh it off. He's exhausted, cautious, maybe even a little afraid. It's not a huge subplot, but it adds this uncomfortable layer of realism to Luis's world that you wouldn't expect in a story like this.
Oh, hi, Luis. Wow, what a coincidence.
Hey, Margot, how are you? What are you doing here?
I was just meeting someone. A date, actually.
At Hercules? It's a gay club.
You never answered my calls.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Or my emails.
Yeah, I meant to. I'm just...
Fucking rude.
Yeah. Look, I got a lot going on.
Did you get the book I sent you?
No.
The flowers?
No, listen, Margot, you're a nice girl, and it was nice hooking up with you, but it was over a year ago.
What's time got to do with anything?
It was a long time ago. I mean, it's time to move on.
You're pathetic. You know that? You think you're such hot shit, don't you?
No, I'm more like cold shit. But seriously, I just don't want to marry you. And no matter how many letters you send me, or chocolate bunnies, or skywriting my name, or naming stars after me, or whatever, it's nothing personal.
No, rejection never is personal. You know, my dad was right about you.
Your dad? Look, he probably was, okay? But if you'll excuse me, I gotta go.
You can't go.
But I can go.
You can't. I'm going to die. I just took 37 painkillers and 15 sleeping pills. There's the bottle. I'm going to die, and it's all your fault.
Oye, pero tú sí que eres loca.
I'll be dead soon.
On the other hand, Daisy, the drugged-out socialite, is a different flavor of chaos. She doesn't take up much of his screen time either, but she rounds out this cast of supporting characters that make this DLC feel loud, messy, and alive in a way that's different from the main game. It's less about survival and more about barely contained madness. It adds more flavor in the best possible way. And the game feels a lot more colorful, way more colorful. Both GTA 4 and The Lost and Damned had that dark and gritty tint, visually and tonally. Everything looked washed out, like the city was coated in a permanent overcast hangover. But the Ballad of Gay Tony doesn't add color, it removes the filter. Suddenly the sunshine feels like sunshine. Neon pops the way it's supposed to. Skin tones don't look they've just been drained through a grey Instagram preset. The world finally feels alive, like Liberty City as it was always meant to be. And it's not just a visual uplift, it affects how you feel moving through the city. And of course it's not just a color tweak, it's a full tonal shift. Menu is colorful, the mission text is rainbow colored, the explosions kick up glittering particles instead of dusty brown smoke. It's as if Rockstar took the exact same city and ran it through Saturday Night's Fever lens. And this new vibe isn't just surface level, the world itself starts behaving differently. Missions are more outrageous, interiors like Maisonette 9, Hercules, and Bahama Mamas are fully fleshed out and alive. It's still Liberty City, but it's showing you a completely different side. This shift gives the Ballad of Gay Tony its identity. It's the part of GTA 4 that feels more like the classic GTA experience. Big, wild missions, ridiculous stunts, strange people doing even stranger things. It's escapist in a way that the base game never let itself be. But that contrast is the point. Luis's story exists in that tension between two worlds. One foot in the glitzy, high-flying nightlife, and the other stuck in the death-ridden, gun-to-the-head chaos just underneath. And Liberty City reflects that too. One minute you're riding in a Golden Stretch SUV, the next you're breaking into a construction site to threaten someone with a gun. That whiplash is built into the geography. And the new gear only amps that up. The Golden Uzi, P90, the Assault SMG, they all feel fresh and punchy. Especially the Assault shotgun with explosive slugs. That shit is fun. Then there's the attack chopper, the APC tank, absolute chaos tools. GTA 5 gets a lot of credit for its over-the-top arsenal, but it was all prototyped here in GTA 4. From the formula of 3 protagonists to sticky bombs, which were also introduced here before GTA 5. The side activities reinforce the tonal shift as well. Cage fighting, base jumping, managing club security, or dancing and living that club experience, I guess. None of this would have made sense in Nico's story, but for Luis, it fits. It gives the game energy, style, personality. In short, Liberty City didn't change, but your relationship to it did. And that makes all the difference. And it's not just the colors or the vibe. The lighting, the draw distance, and the overall visual presentation all got a boost. For the first time you can see across the skyline in real detail. The city feels bigger, because you can actually see more of it. That polish brings the whole atmosphere to life in a way that's hard to go back from. And that lighter, more vibrant feel carries into the gameplay and missions. Where the main game was often serious, bleak even, this DLC brings back the focus on fun. The blow shit up kind of fun that GTA built its name on. The Ballad of Gay Tony isn't about revenge or redemption or rising to the top. It's about holding things together. Luis isn't chasing power or trying to build an empire. He's just trying to keep his life, his relationships, and his sanity intact. And that's what sets him apart. Most GTA protagonists are defined by ambition, desperation, or some grand fatal flaw or ambition. Luis is defined by balance, by how long he can survive as the walls close in from all sides. Tony's collapse, his family's disapproval, his friends' resentment, his enemies' threats, it all piles on. And Luis never breaks, he just kinda handles it. He's doing everything right, or at least everything he can, but he still doesn't get any validation. But he keeps showing up, keeps fixing things, keeps trying. And maybe that's why he stuck with me. Because while everyone else in GTA is chasing something, Luis is just holding it down. No spotlight, no speech, just steady presence.
You did it, man. You did it. You saved my life. You saved the business. You fucking did it.
Hey, man, I did what I could, bro.
I'm proud of you, man. Thank you. But I don't want you to get a big head. I don't want you to go change, become a megastar, go to Vinewood, write a blog. Oh.
You're a pill-popping old queen, man. I'm a murdering maniac. But we survived, bro. We survived.
We more than survived, amigo. We prospered. We took on this town and we won. We took on this place and we gave it the fucking finger. Fuck you all! I don't care what people say. Tony Prince and Luis Lopez could not be stopped.
So no, Luis Lopez isn't the most iconic GTA protagonist. He doesn't have the tragic backstory of Nico, the cultural legacy of CJ, or the charisma of Tommy. He's not a revolutionary figure, and Rockstar never tried to make him one. But that's exactly what makes him special in my eyes. Luis is a rare kind of character, someone who isn't trying to break the world, or save it, or burn it all down. He's just a dude who lives his life. And in a series of loud, deeply conflicted, larger-than-life characters, Luis stands out by being grounded. That's why I think the Ballad of Gay Tony was such a fitting send-off for the GTA 4 era. It didn't need to reinvent the wheel, it just gave us one last unforgettable look at Liberty City, this time from the inside out. And it gave us one of the most unappreciated protagonist rockstars ever written. Maybe Luis Lopez won't top your list of GTA greats, but he's earned a spot on mine.
Oh, jeez, who's this?
What's up, man?
Did he just say that?
Yeah, hey, man.
You fucking made it, man. That was some serious gangster shit. Shoot, shoot, shoot him up. I said shoot, shoot, shoot him up. Yo, T, give me a hug, give me a hug. Not too close, though. I don't want to give my father the wrong impression. Ah, Luis, I love you, man. I love you. I love you too. I love everyone. Come on, let's get out of here.
If you enjoyed this video, you might like this one, where I went into how GTA 4 feels like a strange anomaly in the Grand Theft Auto series. And if you want to see more of these, feel free to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.